Hey, what up guys, it's Patch. For today's video I've decided to discuss 5 weapons that could likely be added into Battle Royale, possibly even as soon as this year. Just a little disclaimer before I get into it, my intention is not to clickbait anyone, which is why I specifically used the words could and not will be coming. I'm not a leaker and my dad does not work for Epic, so honestly I have no idea if any of these weapons will come to the game for certain. However, I play and observe the relation between both Battle Royale and Save the World game modes, so I can make somewhat of an accurate estimated guess. Battle Royale players, don't freak out. The footage used in the video will be from Save the World using Save the World versions of the weapons. However, if the weapon comes over to Battle Royale, there shouldn't be too much of a significant change to its core mechanics. Maybe slight tweaks to the fire rate and mag sizes to make it balanced, as in Save the World you fight hordes and clear waves, whereas in Battle Royale it's focused more on one-to-one combat. I hope this video is interesting and somewhat entertaining for you guys. This is one of my first Fortnite videos, so I'm completely open to criticism, so feel free to let me know what you thought about the video and feel free to give suggestions about topics you'd like me to cover. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I have no specific order of least likely to most likely, so I'm just going to start with the most fun and unique one. Coming in at number 1 is the infamous Super Shredder. Its name acts as an excellent metaphor for the gun's purpose. It shreds anything in its way. The Super Shredder is one of the most unique weapons I've ever seen in the game so far. It's a hybrid between a shotgun and a sniper rifle and fires tight groups of pellets that can reach targets up to an impressive range. The crosshair of the Shredder is most comparable to a pump when zooming in and a tac when hip firing. Bear in mind the larger crosshair has no actual scope, which may take some getting used to whilst aiming, especially when switching from close quarter combat to medium engagements. Although it's classed as a sniper rifle, the weapon uses shotgun ammo and is considerably lower range than all other snipers. The weapon is totally not situational and can be used at almost any range. Due to its large crosshair, you'll have no problem using it as a normal shotgun. If this weapon were to come to Battle Royale, as OP as it might sound at first, it would honestly fit in quite well. It could be a legendary only sniper rifle that gains huge damage fall off at longer ranges. Mag size and fire rate could be nerfed from the Save the World if it needs to be, and if players are able to find OP strats utilising it, they could make it a rocket type weapon that uses rock ammo. Oh, you know, just vault it within a week. In Save the World, the Super Shredder is a high tier, great hybrid gun that can be played competitively at any power level by any class in the game. It would be so awesome to see such a unique fin. I think it would really spice things up within the sniper category a lot, since all we have in the game as of right now are single shot bolt snipers. Just want to apologise that the shotguns I'm using in this section of the video aren't leveled up at all. I don't really use double barrel shotguns in my playstyle, so I don't have a single one leveled up. However, I think they will still somewhat demonstrate my point fairly well. Alright, so hear me out on this one. I know we've already gotten a double barrel shotgun in Battle Royale that has since been vaulted, mostly due to people complaining it's trash, yet getting 150 headshotted by others using it. Whatever you thought about the old double barrel, I think we can agree that it wasn't exactly that usable. It was essentially an extremely short-ranged pump with even more inconsistent damage. It became somewhat of a non-skin weapon amongst the defaults. The double barrel shotgun I have in mind are completely different. What if instead of focusing on huge damage in close quarter combat, the gun worked as a utility item of sorts? Think about it as a refillable impulse grenade with good damage capabilities. It could have modest damage, lower than most shotguns, I don't know, 75, and have a huge impact potential. Whilst dealing damage to an enemy, it would knock them back a little and send them flying backwards like a tile distance or something like that. It would be excellently paired with a SMG, as you would knock the player away and have the chance to easily finish them off at mid-range, which is like the perfect range for an SMG. Not to mention the awesome plays and strats people would be able to make in games. It honestly just sounds fun. In Battle Royale, the shotty would of course have 2 bullets like the previous double barrel, although they could make it a single fire so that the constant impact wouldn't get too annoying. The damage could be 50 for epic rarity and 75 for legendary, although they could always just retain the stats of the old double barrel shotgun within the addition of the impact factor. It would be a good way to get a unique type of close range weapon, although one thing that may get annoying would be the constant knocking away from build battles. But hey, if it would become too OP then just fault it. In Save the World, double barrel shotguns are extremely useful, especially at high tier play where husks, that's the zombies by the way, are able to one-shot you. You can easily just whip out one of these bad boys, spam the 2 bullets and get out of the situation. It would be a great addition to the shotgun category, as the current single damage 1 pump meta is honestly getting kind of boring. Oh, okay. So I was literally going to post this video last week, and surprise surprise, Fortnite are actually releasing a scoped revolver this week. Now I'm not saying I predicted it or anything, or that other weapons that I mentioned will be released too. I mean, I didn't even post a video until today, so I don't really exactly seem believable, but yeah, just a quick thing I needed to call out before people would comment on it, so stay tuned and see, you never know, maybe more of these weapons will eventually come. Apologies for no actual scoped pistol gameplay in the background. The only scoped pistol in Save World hasn't been obtainable for over a year now, making it one of the rarest Save World weapons, so enjoy me messing around with some OP pistols in the background. Now then, we already have a bunch of pistols in the game, and adding another top tier one would also be a great excuse to finally get rid of the common and green normal pistols that everyone doesn't like. The pistol I have in mind could have either a slow firing long distance revolver feel to it, or a quick firing mid-ranged sidearm. Due to its accuracy, a high headshot multiplier would be appropriate and make it quite a skillful weapon to master. If it were to come to the game, I'd imagine it will be epic or legendary rarity, and it would have to have very minimal bloom just to be able to land those headshots. Fire rate could be adjustable to make it usable in close quarters as well. What I mean by this is that it could have a cool unique fan hammer mechanic, just like the 6-shooter does, so you'll be able to blast off your mag quickly in near death situations. The scoped pistol could become an excellent substitute for scoped ARs, and those barely ever get any use in the game, so they could be vaulted and instead people would pick up scoped pistols, which could be used like inside buildings as well as during long range battles potentially. Besides having a really cool name, the triple tap is yet another gun that could make sniping a lot more fun and unique, not relying on that one-shot headshot. The triple tap is as the name suggests, triple burst sniper rifle that fires a burst of 3 bullets at an unbelievably fast rate. It would be kind of like a very long-range FAMAS. Even if your first bullet doesn't land, you can quickly flick your aim to achieve a spray of bullets, which reduces the accuracy, however covers a slightly wider arc. The triple tap would be quite balanced, having a mag size of 9, 3 shots that fire 3 bullets each. I reckon that would be quite reasonable. Damage can be considerably lower than most sniper rifles in the game, something around 75 per bullet, resulting as a 225 damage shot if all 3 bullets land. This doesn't include any headshots. It would make for a secure kill without having to rely on that one headshot like most bolts or heavies use. An issue that may arise would be the no scoping. If someone is able to body shot 1 or 2 of the bullets on you, you're almost dead already. To prevent that, they could add a lock mechanism that prevents you from firing it without aiming down the sight. In Save the World, the triple tap isn't a legendary weapon you see commonly get used, mostly due to the fact that you can only obtain it at epic or legendary rarity, so you can't evolve a rare one. But also because the fact that the Super Shredder is debatably a much better sniper rifle in pretty much every single way. Honestly, I would much rather see the Shredder come to Battle Royale, however a burst sniper would also be super cool considering we have really no variety as of now. Alrighty, so this spot is not only for the ancient deceased Zappy Boy, but also for the other weapons that this type of category could be added. So I'm talking about laser rifles in general. The Zapatron was a high-tech sniper rifle that had a long charge time and used energy cell ammo. Exact damage numbers were always very unclear, as the weapon was released for only under a week before its removal. The Zapatron is still here in Save the World and is one of the worst and most hated weapons in the game by far. It is by far the least used and the least effective sniper rifle in the whole entire game. And it would also be rendered pretty much useless in Battle Royale at this stage, since having weapons like the heavy sniper rifle, which are able to do insane damage numbers using only one swift shot, would just completely outclass it. Back when the Zapatron was released, it was believed to be ahead of its time for the early Season 1 play. However, if it were to return at this point in the game, it would need a serious buff. The laser would have to literally demolish anything in its way, having a much larger area of effect, similar to like a rocket launcher or something, and have the ability to possibly even shoot through walls, if it wants to make it anywhere near the competitive level, and even worth picking up in Battle Royale over other rocket launchers and that type of weapon. Even though that may sound OP at first, that would be the only way they could add this rifle back into the current stage of the game. The long wind-up time would seriously hinder its usability, and rarity could even be increased to mythic, spawning only like one per match. Energy ammo could also already be pre-filled into the gun and transfer over from player to player, or it could just have infinite ammo really. But I don't just want to focus on the Zapatron here. There are many various energy rifles that could be added in each of their weapon categories that each have unique attributes. For example, a plasma shotgun that fires beams that do splash damage, an energy RPG that could fire a piercing shot that goes through targets, walls and structures, a ghostly pistol that can pierce through structures and terrain, an AR that applies a debilitating affliction effect to enemies, doing damage ticks every second, or how about an SMG that has bullet bounce? There's honestly so many options that could go with these high-tech weapons and make them really fun to use. Some of these concepts may seem bizarre at first, however weapons like this have already been designed and made. And even if it would come down to having just one per match as a mythic weapon that could maybe rotate once every week, so we get a new mythic weapon every week, I reckon that would be pretty cool, even if it was just a separate game mode for the game. If you'd like, I could make a whole separate video on potential mythic weapons that we could see in the future, as well as give full details on why they would be nowhere near as broken as the sword. Anyways guys, we've come to the end of the video, so I really hope you did enjoy and found it somewhat slightly interesting at least. I want to leave it up to discussions on which weapons you would like to see get added, and feel free to use the comment section below to discuss with each other. Also, let me know what you thought of the actual video. I'm still looking for opinions and criticism, especially since this is my first ever Fortnite video, but anyway. I could also make a part 2 if this one goes well, I guess we'll see. See ya.